Hello everyone. I'm back. This seems like it's a very late video since we are in the end of May, and I'm talking about the number 3 year for 2019. Now keep in mind, even though I'm late with this video because I couldn't do it at the beginning of the year because I was preparing for initiation, keep in mind that the Gregorian calendar year of 2019, that is not Mother Nature's calendar for the new year. The new year technically would be at the spring equinox around March 21st. And if you look at 2 plus 1, that is a 3. So this is going to be just a quick video doing a review, a recap, predictions, and outlooks on this number 3 year, which is a year of communication, play, love triangles, karmic soul ties, all of that type of stuff. Number 3 year. People coming back who you thought would always be gone. That's the type of vibration it is for this year. Number 3 is a number that deals with children. It deals with creativity. It deals with play. It deals with art, and it also deals with an orisha. If you don't know what an orisha is from Yoruba cosmology, a deity or an angelic force, if you will, by the name of Eshu, a Legba. And Eshu is the beginner. He is the door opener. In Haitian Voodoo, they may call him Papa Legba. The Hindus would attribute Ganesha to the qualities of Eshu. Eshu or Legba is a trickster. He is the one that sits at the crossroads. He is the one that kind of tricks us into making either a good or bad decision, and also communication. Legba Eshu is also Mercury. So I know everyone's starting to be more familiar with Mercury, the planet, because that planet deals with communication, technology, and things like that. And it's going retrograde soon. So that would be Eshu going retrograde. So this is a year to voice your opinion, but voice it carefully. Talk things out with people. It will be a year of cooperation, building with groups. If you are in a number 3 personal year, this would be a great year to work with people. This will not be so much a year of intimacy as it is a year of spending time with family, friends, siblings, and just going out to play. So I'm going to go through my notes right now, and we're going to get through this, and I'm going to tell you about the cards that I pulled for this year. And everything's going to be different for each individual person because you also have your personal year number. Even though this is a number 3 year for the collective consciousness, you may be in a personal number 1 year, which is to begin or to initiate, or number 2 year where you're more supportive, you're more behind the scenes. Hi, King Stan, good evening. Or you could be in a number, etc., 3 year, 4 year, but this is for the collective consciousness. So this is very general. It covers everything for the Gregorian calendar year of 2019. So we spoke of Eshu, Legba, Papa Legba, Ganesha. You can work with those energies. You can, if you believe in that or not, you can every now and then just throw 3 pennies at the crossroads for goodwill if you're going to start something or initiate something this year. If you're going to start a business, if you are going to just begin an endeavor where there's a work project and you need goodwill, if you are in a situation where you don't know which way to go, like you feel lost, then you can work with crossroads type of energy. Just be careful that you don't attract the wrong type of entities to you, and don't do something that you don't have the spiritual authority or experience to do. You can work with an elder or do something like that. But in general, if you're just spiritual and you're not into all of those traditions and things like that, you can just simply just make an offering at the crossroads. Throw a little candy at the crossroads every now and then for goodwill. Because in my tradition, we believe that nothing can be done without the help of Eshu, Legba, that sits at the crossroads. He is also the deity of communication. You cannot get to the other ones without going through him first. So you always have to give him something first and give him his due in order for things to go well to any other spiritual guide or entity that you're trying to get to. Benevolent entity, that is. This is a year of ghost coming back. When I say ghost, I don't just mean spiritual ghosts, such as, ancestors visiting you, because all of them are not ghosts, some of them are more elevated. You may get a lot of spirit communication this year. This is a year where if you got ghosted in the previous year or someone ghosted you, they could be coming back all of a sudden. Like, where in the world did you come from? I thought you were gone out of my life, and here you are back here again. So you could be getting messages, especially during the Mercury retrograde. You could be getting messages from people who you thought you would never hear from again in your life, and it just shocks you. And there could be reconciliations. But keep in mind, make sure that you assess their motives for why they're coming back. And with the number 3 being a year of play, it's not a stable year like a number 4 year. Make sure that they've come to stay. And if they've not come to stay, just accept them. And if they leave, then just be like, okay, it's no big deal. I'm not taking this too serious. So anybody that has left, walked away from you, and they want to come back this year, tread lightly, take it for what it is, but don't get your hopes up too high unless you are certain that they're serious. It's also good to keep in mind what their personal year is. If it's a number 4 year for them, a 7 year, something like that, then you can keep that in mind. But somebody who has a personal year number 9 trying to come back to you this year, I would not trust that. I would not trust their motives. I would look out for betrayal. I would look out for ulterior motives and people being opportunists. Because number 3, with it being the year of the trickster, beware of con artists and people just playing games. People just trying to play. Now, it's okay to play. It's the year to play it, but it's the year to play fair. It's all about ethics, even if you're gonna play. Because if you're gonna play with the players. Don't play with the people that mean you well. Consider playing like a sandbox. Like over here in the sandbox, anything goes. It's all play. But when we outside the sandbox, there are ethics. So when you come at people this year, make sure that you come at them fairly, because the repercussions towards the end of the year can cause heartache for you or someone else, and it can take you by surprise and leave you entangled in a big mess. This is also a year, I already talked about, this will be a year of reconciliation. If you have a friend you haven't talked to in a while, you may run into them during your retrograde or any other time. If you're not talking to a family member, you may get a call from them all of a sudden, or you decide, you know what, I'm going to call them and see how they're doing. We're going to let bygones be bygones, especially if you have sibling issues. If you have a sibling, you all are not talking right now, there's a lack of communication, you all may come back and reconcile and settle your differences at this time. This will be a perfect year for that. I already talked about this being a year of trickery, scams, con artistry, and be aware of getting arrested for theft. This is going to be a big year for theft, especially when the retrogrades hit. So watch your cars, watch people hacking into your social media accounts, watch out for people stealing your laptops, your cell phones. There will be a lot of those type of thefts this year. Yes, they happen every year, but this is the vibrational year for it to really be prevalent, even more so this year. People getting arrested for, I don't want to say check fraud, but anything dealing with money or fraud, welfare fraud, tax fraud. There will be a lot of that going on this year. Also, people getting arrested for crimes of passion due to love triangles. Beware of people, domestic violence being more prevalent this year due to, once again, people playing games. Like, I thought you loved me, or you said I was just the only one. That type of thing. That's going to be probably prevalent, especially around the 21st of June or the middle of July during Leo season, right before Virgo season this summer. So it'll be even really heightened. So the players will be playing this summer because it's that type of year. It's getting hot outside and people are getting hot, if you know what I mean. This is a year where people, they may go off the beaten path. Maybe they were a little more serious last year. This is kind of like that vibration where you're in class, you're doing your work, it's almost lunchtime, and the teacher lets the elementary students out for recess. So this year is going to feel like we all going out to play, like, yay, we outside playing, we're having a good time, we're frolicking. But remember, on the playground, people can get hurt, people can get injured, people can fall off the monkey bars, metaphorically speaking. So look out for that. I talked about crimes of passion, scams, frauds, arrest. Also, I don't know who this is for. I wrote this down when I was doing my notes for this outlook. Somebody getting hit in the head with a rock. It can be a fatal injury. Look out for your head this year. Look out for injuries to the hands, But I'm seeing, be very careful with things falling from above, hitting somebody. I feel like the left side of the head for somebody. I don't know who that is for, but I feel like be careful with your head injuries, some type of rock or something or hard object hitting the head. This is a year where you want to do work with your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, and those type of things. Drinking certain things that are yellow in color, pineapple juice, orange juice, eating mangoes and things like that would be very good. And eating lots of turmeric, ginger, and things like that will be very good for your health. Beware of stomach issues, galls. I don't want to say gallstones. I want to say gastrointestinal, not gallstone, but gastrointestinal issues like colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, the colon, and things like that. You want to look out for health issues in that area and get your colon checked out. If you believe in doing colonics or detoxing, you can take some CKLS tablets from, what's the company called, by New Body, colon, kidney, liver, spleen. It's a good year for that. Let's see. A big year for infidelity affairs, emotional affairs, especially at work. You know, those work husbands, work wives, look out for that. Heartache, separation due to playing the field. Lack of firm commitment, especially if you have somebody who's in a personal number 5 year this year, they could get really bored. Like last year could have been very stable in their relationship or their marriage or their cohabitation situation, and this year they just don't feel it. Especially this summer, they want to just get out. They don't want to be bothered. Like, oh, give me some space, back up, I'm ready to go play. They may not say that, but you will feel that energy. Like they just don't want to be bothered with just one person. They're not into all this intimacy, pillow talk. I want to go play. Let's go play. It may be a year where couples decide they want to have an open relationship or they want to go to a swingers club. It's that type of year. Not saying everybody's gonna cheat, but people may, even if they stay monogamous, they may explore different ways to express their sexuality towards one another, toys and different things like that. Let's see where I am. Lots of pregnancies and fertility. And it's so ironic this year, they were passing the abortion bill to stop abortion. And when I think of that card, when I think of that issue, I think of the Empress. The Empress card in tarot, that's pretty much Oshun. Like how you saw Beyonce when she's dressed like Oshun when she was pregnant. And I'm not giving my opinion either way, but usually that is a taboo. Abortion is a taboo for Oshun and the Iami. If you're not familiar with them, they are Orisha energy and spiritual energies that deal with the divine feminine, that deal with co-creation and of the womb, creating new life, getting pregnant, and fertility. If you are trying to get pregnant this year, this will be a very good year to attempt it, or at least get started on cleansing your reproductive system. If you have any growths or fibroids or things like that, to make way for that. Because if you want to do it, it's very possible this year. This is a year of manifestation. So if you don't want to get pregnant this year, please use some foam or some birth control. Wear your condoms or just keep it closed. All of that good stuff. Make sure that you're making good choices, because with it being a year of such frolic and play, you may regret your decisions later that you did just out of fun. This is also a year where people will be they will look up the next morning and be like, how did I end up in bed with this person? You were tipsy or you had something to smoke. That's the type of energy this year. So beware of unwanted pregnancy. New dance moves that make history and go viral this year. More physical activity, once again, more focus on friendships, siblings, work buddies, hobby groups, going out to sports games. Hello, Oshun. And let's see. It will be more play rather than mature intimacy and romance going on for this year. Look at my other notes. This will be a good year to go to amusement parks, parties, birthday celebrations. This is not a year to be a couch potato, or you could really miss out on some great opportunities. So get off the couch this year. It's summertime. Get out there and meet people and have a good time. Socialize this year. Even if you have to force yourself to, don't miss the opportunities, because it's going to be a great year. Emotional affairs, I already talked about that. One night stands. It's a good year for courtship and dating. Not necessarily sealing a commitment unless you're in a personal number 4 year. Let's see. This is a year of jokes. Be aware of practical jokes though. It could end in danger. You know, you sneaking up on somebody, end up drawing a gun on you. Be very careful with your practical jokes. Make sure that you measure what you're about to do so that you don't throw somebody off and then they do something violent just out of nowhere to protect themselves. Such as, you know, people sneaking up on somebody in somebody's house and they end up getting shot or something like that. Just be very careful, especially in crowds, in corners and things like that, and where alcohol is being served. A year of funny memes. Be aware of catfishing. There will be a lot of catfishing going on this year too. And what you see is not always what you get. So a lot of that will be going on. Divorces, like for example, Jeff Bezos, did I say his name right? The mogul of Amazon, he had a big divorce this year, but him and his ex-wife, they decided to still be friends. So it was a love triangle type of situation going on. You will see that a lot where people will part amicably. But keep in mind, they may go back to being friends and going back to messing around again without everybody knowing. When does personal year start? Personal year starts at the beginning of the year, like 2019 when the year changes. Personal year is based on your month of birth plus your date of birth added with, and you add number 3 to that, and that's your personal year. Temporary breakups, like if you break up with somebody this year and you're like, am I gonna see him again? You probably will. Because remember, this is not the year to take everything seriously. If you want to like sign major contracts and do things like that, I mean, you could, and it could be great because it's a 3 of Pentacles energy type of year where you can do great work with people. But be careful what you take seriously this year. Just enjoy it for what it is, fun, okay? Let's see what else we have here before I get started with the cards. I'm talking about the 3 of Wands right now. This is waiting for something. You've made your investment in something and you put the time and effort in it and you're waiting on your ships to come in. You could be waiting for someone to come back. You could be waiting on a message. You could be waiting on a letter in the mail that's going to tell you maybe about a check that you're going to get or some type of inheritance, anything like that. Maybe waiting to hear back about taking a trip or something, but you're waiting. Remember at the beginning of this year when we had the government shut down, people were worried they were going to have to wait for their income tax checks and certain things based on the government. Well, that would correlate with the 3 of Wands, waiting for something to come in, having to be patient. Monitor your investments very well. This is a year of gambling. It's a very good year for gambling luck. It's a year of temptation, even if you are monogamous in your relationship. It is the year of the side piece. It's the year of investing. Let's see. Expect good things, good news, good opportunities. And this is once again a year to start a business and not procrastinate. If you want to do something, this is like on your mark, get set, go. Hi, Goddess Lioness. My language, fun, fun, fun. That's right. Fun, 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 baby. And then next we have the 3 of Pentacles once again. This is luck with teaming with others, building business and economic plans for the future. A year of compromise, even at home, especially with siblings. You may find yourself, if you have a parent that's ailing or something, you may have to take turns with a sibling to help with that parent. This is not the best year to go at things alone unless you're in a number 1 year or a personal number 9 year. This is a year to plan, a year to journal, a year to write things down, and a year to speak things into existence and do the work to get it done. Hold off until winter to commit to anything or anyone. You, unless you're in a number 2, number 4, or number 6 personal year, it's better to wait towards the end of the year for commitment, towards winter time or late autumn. This is a year, once again, of many births, many pregnancies. This is also a year of beauty and fertility. So if you are investing in stocks or anything like that, this is a good year to invest in a cosmetic industry, the wig and hair bundle industry. All of those type of industries are going to boom this year. The toy industry, the movie industry for children, like we have the Lion King coming out. They had the Avengers. What else came out this year? Right now, Aladdin. So all type of children's movies, those things like that, they're going to boom this year. Amusement parks, anything with children, they're going to be at an escalated rate. I mean, these businesses, they make money every year, but it's going to be heightened this year. Even people buying little gadgets that they don't even need, like adult toys and things like those little skateboards or hoverboards. More of that is going to be purchased this year. It is a year of laughter and comedy. If you want to keep your health intact, or if your health is suffering, go somewhere and find something to laugh at. Put on a funny movie. Just get out there, laugh, and don't take things too serious, even if things are serious and grim for you. Laugh as much as you can. You can laugh yourself back into good health. There are studies that show that laughter can actually thwart tumors and certain things with the heart, like heart issues, coronary issues. So laugh as much as you can. Get that belly laugh, deep, a guttural, deep laugh is going to be very good for health this year. It is a year of art and creativity. A lot of people will be buying fine art, visiting museums and things like that. If you want to create some type of art piece, people may take notice of it this year. God, this line is so true. This is also a year of possible delays with the hangman energy. This is having to get creative in dealing with delays. Just like when we had the government shutdown this year, we had to get creative to deal with the delays. Finding alternative methods to get the job done. This is a year of inventions, creating new side hustles to get paid, and just finding an extra way to make money, an extra stream of income. So you could get a third stream of income or an idea to make extra income this year. This is also a year of long distance travel. If you want to go to a foreign country, this will be a great year to do that, especially if you have Jupiter, Sun, or Moon, or even Mars in Sagittarius. Even though Jupiter is in retrograde right now, an awesome year for travel. And right now we're in graduation season, and the world card represents graduation. So you may be not necessarily literally graduating from a school. You could be leveling up. You could be getting a certification in some type of business. But this is the year to do that because of that number 3 energy with the world card. Make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Also, this is a year where you let it all hang out. Like, you're not going to have any shame. It's like, this is me. This is who I am. You know, people, I guess, coming out the closet or whatever they believe in, or they feel like they're going to be judged for something, whether it be their spirituality, whatever it is. They're going to be like, hey, this is me. Look at me. Accept it or don't accept it. There's going to be a lot of that going on, too. And let's see what we have here. Lucky places to visit this year. I love this part. Parks, Mardi Gras, no offense, strip clubs, amusement parks, nightclubs, playgrounds, concerts, bars, festivals, Vegas, Brazil, casinos, New Orleans, New York City, LA, the West Indies, Caribbean carnivals, such as Juve and things like that, summer travel, foreign travel, big city streets like New York City, etc., many festivals, bars, and once again, the crossroads. The luckiest people this year will be those that cooperate with groups and don't try to go at it alone unless you're in a number 1 and number 9 personal year. This is also a lucky year for people with a sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor and you're just too serious, then this is not going to be a good year for you. You're going to have to be more flexible this year, especially if you have Capricorn or Saturn in Capricorn, because they may have issues with that. And I also want to, let's see, secure people, single people, and open relationship people. This is a lucky year for anybody that wants to be single, or they just want to play the field, or they have an open relationship. It's also a good year for people with pets and children, because this is the year of the children. It's a play year. People that work with children will have lots of luck. Anybody that works at a daycare center or they teach children, it will be a very good year for that. It will be an easy year. It won't be like difficult or unbearable. Bartenders will make good money this year, get good tips. Artists that hustle to get their craft out there will have lots of luck. Like if you're a street musician and you play on the streets, you'll get a lot of luck doing that. People that are comedians and tell jokes will have lots of luck. And people that are in a personal number 3, number 5, or number 9 life path, they can have a good year this year as well. I mean, anybody can, but this is like general. This is what stands out. The lucky things to do this year: play mass at a Caribbean carnival, be around children more, make new friends, play the lottery if you believe in that, donate to a children's charity, date new people, love on your pets more, communicate, reconcile issues from the past, be honest if you're not ready to commit, laugh, be around funny and fun friends and associates, be a kid while remaining responsible. Like, don't abandon your responsibilities even though it's a play year, and go out more. And that is my summary for that part. But here's the flip side to the number 3 year. heartbreak. There could be separations once again, as I reiterate, due to love triangles or people of a mother, child, and father being separated some type of way, either due to travel or work. Be aware of that this year. Heartache. But this will also be a year on the flip side where people will be getting over heartache. So if last year you were in the bed crying and depressed over somebody leaving you or splitting from you, you're going to be getting over that this year. You're like, I'm not laying in this bed any longer. It's time to play, honey. So you're going to get a lot of that as well. Once again, 3 of Cups. Watch your alcohol intake. This is out having a good time. This is like the what's that show used to come on, Sex in the City, like the girls out having girls night out, or guys doing the bachelor party type of vibe, energy. A year of play. But keep in mind, this card also means love triangles again, and celebration. This is emotional affairs as well. So be careful that certain things don't get revealed that could cause this due to this. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. A year of fertility, play, communication, and people coming back. So that's pretty much the end of this video. I look forward to your comments about this. Let me know how your year goes and how things unfold. I would love to hear a end of the year recap. You know, as you go along, tell me how these things manifest in your life. And how it affects your personal year. And I need to do a video about personal year. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to close this one out. Be sure to watch my video that I just did previously about soul contracts such as karmics, twin flames, and things like that. Let me do one card before I go about for my Lamadama deck before I end this video. Let's see what the outlook is. Cunning, use your wits, be smart and agile, be aware of cunning people, hustle, be aware of hustlers, and make head over heart decisions this year. So I end with that. Peace and bliss. Peace and bliss. I'm going to end now. Number 9, King Stan. Okay, we'll have to talk about that on a personal level. Let's talk about it in the comments box. So you all have a wonderful evening. I look forward to your comments. Okay, bye.